Secondly, let's consider a passage in Exodus 28. This section of the chapter deals with the making of the priest's garment under the Mosaic system. In Exodus 28:40 through 42, the text says, "For Aaron's sons you shall make tunics, and you shall make sashes for them, and you shall make hats for them, for glory and beauty. So shall you put them on Aaron your brother, and on his sons with him. You shall anoint them, consecrate them, and sanctify them, that they may minister to me as priests. And you shall make for them linen trousers to cover their nakedness. They shall reach from the waist to the thighs." Notice especially the phrase, "they shall reach from the waist to the thighs." One version puts it this way, reaching from hips to knees. For what purpose was this garment? The text says, to cover their nakedness. Thomas Eves, in his tract on Modesty, wrote, "In the Old Testament, it was considered nakedness when one uncovered the thighs." Mr. Eves also cites Exodus 28:42 as proof for his statement. So what do we have thus far? In order to be adequately covered, clothing started at the shoulders and went down to the knees. The third passage concerning this topic is 1 Timothy 2:9 through 10. In like manner also, that the women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with propriety and moderation, not with braided hair or gold or pearls or costly clothing, but which is proper for women professing holiness, with good works. We need to notice three things in these verses. First, the word modest. This word means orderly, well arranged, or decent. The idea is that the woman is to adorn or beautify herself in a way that avoids drawing undue attention to herself. In the immediate context, the writer is discussing a woman who is overdoing it, someone who is wearing flashy clothes, too much makeup, and lots of expensive jewelry. But there is another way a woman could draw undue attention to herself, by underdoing it. That is, by wearing too little. When she wears clothes that are too tight, too short, too thin, too little, or too revealing, a woman is not dressing as a believer should. The second word to consider is propriety. The King James Version uses shamefacedness. The word propriety is actually closer to our modern word modest. The Greek word for shamefacedness means a sense of shame. Modesty used regarding the demeanor of women in the church. The third phrase is in verse 10, "but which is proper for women professing holiness." An additional relevant passage is one more thing to add from Titus 2. It states that the older women are to teach the younger women to be chaste. That word means pure from carnality, modest, perfect, innocent, strongs and vines combined. Now let's pull it all together. A holy woman is to dress in such a way as to avoid drawing undue attention to herself. She should have a sense of shame or modesty about her. She should be innocent and pure from carnality, and she should dress as a woman whose most important object in life is to please Yahuwah. Sadly, modern-day swimwear does not fit with this description of modest dress. A person who wants to please Yahuwah has no business being out in public in modern-day swimwear. That would include both bikinis and one-piece bathing suits. These cut-off shirts that expose the midriff do not fit with Yahuwah's standards. Most modern-day cheerleading uniforms don't even come remotely close to fitting the description of a woman professing holiness. Participating in a sporting event, attending a wedding, or being near water does not change immodest into modest. Even hot weather does not make immodesty modest.